Hello, I'm back again. You guys knew I'd be back because I bought the Micro Air EasyTouch thermostat last year and installed it in my back bedroom compartment in my 2014 open road 36LA. Today I got another one, my second unit of the Micro Air. We'll take a look at the unboxing first, but I'm going to be replacing this RV Comfort thermostat, rvcomfort.hp, as you can see here, and it's very difficult to read the display, especially in the evening hours, so we're going to take care of all that. I can't control it when I'm at my home residence remotely, so we're going to take control of that as well, and it's going to take this RV up a notch to the next level of smartness. Stay tuned, we'll get into it. Alright, as you can see here, this is the unboxing of the Micro Air unit. This one here for the front unit of my 2014 Open Road 36LA looks like a plug and play, and I'm hoping for that in this case today because that will make it much easier. If you want to look at the other rear unit, Micro Air unit, EasyTouch, that I installed last year, that one had required me to install individual wires. I think it was like 8 or 9 wires. It was fairly easy. It was like push open and push your wire into each labeled spot on the back of the unit. And if you want to see how I did that, watch the video. I'll leave a link up here for that unit that I installed. This unit here is going to be installed in our kitchen right here, and it's the RV Comfort HP. We'll be removing that and installing our new EasyTouch unit. So stay tuned for that. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to remove this unit here and then see what we have going on back there. So let's get to work. Alright, I'm not real sure how this comes off. It slides up. Okay, remove this cover here first. Now this one, you'll notice it's got auto on, cool off, gas, heat, and electric heat, and low and high. So the Micro Air will have all those options and more because it's going to be controlled remotely. Alright, I need to get a screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, remove these 2 screws right here. So I want to make sure this thing is off first. Turn it to off. Pretty excited about getting this installed because then my whole RV unit will be able to be controlled remotely and make it even smarter. Okay, now I did put this insulation behind here to help with my thermostat reading. I may or may not reattach that insulation because so you do have a hole where air can flow up through there and affect your temperature readings. So I may keep that. Now, as you saw in the unboxing video, our new Micro Air unit has the factory, looks like the factory plugs on it. And these are down there. It's kind of weighted. We're stuck on something. Because it's right up against my refrigerator here. It's right next to it. Got to kind of be careful with this. I think what I'll do is remove maybe one of these as well to help me. If you can see that. If I could reach in there by removing one of these, I could maneuver the wires up there better. Let me see how these other control units are mounted, if that's a possibility. A couple Phillips Phillips screws. This one. that's a pretty big opening for me to kind of check out. Actually, I think that's one of the connectors right there for it. Let's see if I pull this. Yeah, okay. That's going to help out a lot, guys, if you do something like that. Remove these other panels. Maybe I'll remove this one as well. Okay. This hole was a lot bigger. Now, remove this micro air. So here's what we got. We've got like 3 different plugs on there, and I just see one right here. And when I unplug this, I definitely don't want this falling down into the wall. So we'll have to be careful with that. Just can't get any more slack out of it. That may be an issue. So I think if I just push these 2 buttons on the side, it will release from that plug. Okay, I got that one undone. Now, I don't want this to fall back inside, so I'm going to take some tape here while I continue to work with it. Now I want that going back inside, falling down that wall. So we'll do that there. That's what I recommend. Now, that plug comes out. The other ones will not reach up here still. They don't have any slack. So I got to try to feel for them back through this other hole here too. Which I do feel one, I think, right here. Right here's another one. Remove that one. This I can let go because that's attached to the thermostat. And I'm going to tape this one as well until we can clearly see what's going on. Okay, should be, according to this, another a bigger plug. Here it is. Pull that out some. Press our levers together, release it. Now, we did it, guys. Bam! Just like that. Old thermostat out. Now, we're going to see. I'm just going to tape that as well. So, we've got our 3 connector wires disconnected from our old thermostat. Here's our 3 new connectors on our new EasyTouch micro air. So I'm going to snake those down through this hole and plug these in. Alright, I think I'm ready. So just remove this tape here. Put those in there. Try to grab them in the hole below. Pull them through. And it looks like, thankfully, micro air gave you enough extension with these to work with. So a lot better than the factory one, because I can pull these clear out of here. And hopefully you guys got this big opening like I do in your RV. So take this one off first. This is a brown and orange wire. This is squared at the bottom. These are both round, so these could be connected the wrong way. If I could even push it in there because of the shape. Yeah, I might have to round. I don't know if you can see that. That connector is squared at the bottom. And these are round. The new female adapter is round. And that squared edge is not going to fit in there. And then without the square edge, I'm not sure if it goes this way to these two wires or turn around it goes this way. So this one I might have to fool with. But first I'm going to have to take a knife and create a rounded edge. This is the first challenge we're running to. Hopefully it's easier from here. Okay. Let's see if that helps. I might have to get my Dremel out. Oh, there we go. Now, I got it in one way, but I don't know if I'm going to have to pull it and flip it. So I hope I don't have this issue with these other plugs here. This one's got 3 wires. So I'm going to go in like this to match them. Okay, that one connects. The last one here, we got the 4 wires. Make sure I don't let this one drop. And I want to connect them to the same colors if I can, although the colors aren't the same. You got yellow, white, yellow, yellow. This one's yellow, red, blue, white. So I'm really not sure what to do. Let me see if these are squared off. Yeah, these are squared off, so you kind of know how it has to go. It's got to go this way, only one way. Oh, we got a light up on our screen, guys. Look, EasyTouch. Tap that. When it comes on, then you can do calibration mode. Just press these dots and follow that around. That's how you do screen calibration. You touch the logo. If you saw me touch that logo first, and then it goes into this calibration mode. And then touch these dots, and it leaves a little red dot where you pressed. And that's screen calibration. I'm glad we went there first so I can show you guys that. We've got all our plugs in. It looks like everything's okay. I don't know if I have to flip these 2 wires or not. So I'm going to keep this switch off and just go through it and make sure it's all operational, and then I'll be right back to show you guys and guide you the rest of the way. Alright guys, we are back, and next we're going to mount the mounting screws and connectors here. And you'll take a look at this and you'll say, Todd, what is this? Why is this strap going across? Well, the strap is there to be cut afterwards, after you find your spacing, because these are the exact same space to fit right into the back of your thermostat here. So it's going to slide right onto those, but you need it spaced correctly. And in my case, they're not going to fit in the same holes, so that will be an issue here. We're going to have to maybe drill another hole. And I also want to make it so that this is like the screws are about halfway down, so I want to make sure it's going to cover this whole opening here. So if I go with that, I'm going to reuse that one and then probably drill another one over here on this side. So I'll have to get my drill out and drill bit, and we'll go ahead and mount these. Okay, so I'm just going to place a mark here where the other side should be. Now it would be handy to have a level right about now, but I don't know which box my level's in, so I'm going to go ahead and eyeball this. Just place a mark there. Yep. So that's where I'm going to drill my hole, right where that black mark is. Okay, in my case, I'm not going to use the wall anchors that came with it. I'm not going to use these things. I'm just going to, I I tested out this screw, fits right into the existing hole that was there. I'm going to do the same over here. Let's try that out. And I told you I'm going to try to still use this insulation to cover this hole behind there. See if that still works. Hopefully that's a good distance apart. This is a little bit loose here. We'll give it a shot. Now, you do have these, and you might say, Todd, what are these little caps and screws here? Well, these little caps can cover existing holes, but I think these are going to be blocked when I go ahead and mount this new micro air on there. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut the strap off. Okay, let's see if it will work, guys. Okay, there we go. That's going to work nice and sturdy. Now see, I do have one hole, but you have to look around the back side. I think I'm good. I'm going to be good with that. And I accidentally switched to Celsius, it looks like there. But let me get all these put back in place, and then we'll take a look at our format of our screen and the functions. All back together, guys, and we're good to go. Back where we started from, but with the brand new thermostat by Micro Air. All right, let's see what all this stuff does. Now first I want to change from Celsius to Fahrenheit, because that's what we have in the US. I went to settings, and let's see if I go to here, this thermometer. Nope. Let's go to here. That's picking your available heat sources. So I know I've got a heat pump in here, so I'm going to select that. See how those are all crossed out? A furnace, coils, and a heat pump. I think mine is a heat pump, so I'm going to make that available. And let's see, I'm going to go up to, that's the schedule. If you want to create a schedule, when to drop it down to say 75 and when to heat it up to 79 in the evenings when it gets cold, you might want to do that. Let's see, here it says time and time zone, and right here, what is that? Okay, it's disabled now. I'm going to go back. How do I switch to Celsius? Back here. Okay, I do. There you go. Simple. Celsius, Fahrenheit. Celsius, Fahrenheit. All right, we got that down, and we got our furnace selected. So as an option here, you got a snowflake for your air conditioning. There, now it's set to furnace, and we could set it out, you know, what temperature to heat it to. It's kind of inside 74 right now. It's kind of stuffy, so I'm going to keep that down for now. Switch that to air conditioning. Well, actually, you got fan as well, a third mode. And then you've got separate air or heat, so it will heat or cool to maintain a certain temperature. Now, say if you're away and you want this to maintain a gap of a temperature, right now that's set to home. See that little person and a home sign? If I press that, now you've got like a section of temperature, so it will heat up or a cool down to 65, heat up to 85, and it can do that because you've got the multi heating units selected here, cooling or heat. Now it's just going to cool. It's going to keep this cool between 85 and 65. When you just want one temperature, then you switch it to you're at home, and you're just going to monitor this screen. Look how bright and clear it is compared to the old thermostat. This is a key feature of this. It's a touch screen. I wish it was a glass touch screen, but it's pretty responsive. In any case, right here, if you scan this QR code, that will give you an information reference sheet similar to this. So these are all the icons that we're going through right now on this screen. Let's try some more. Let's see if we can get it hooked up to, let me do Wi-Fi. All right, I'm going to connect it to Wi-Fi using the app. Here it is. There's the icon. EasyTouch RV is the app. Press that. And we open the Micro Air app. Now see, I've already got my first thermostat on there. That's the RV bedroom in the back. So I'm going to add another device if I can. Press the gear, add device, and here's the two EasyTouches. Now I got to figure out which one is this one. This device was already added, okay. It tells you, so we're going to select that one. Attempting to connect, enter name for the device. This is going to be RV kitchen. Okay, I'm going to select done. Now I've got the two devices. So happy now to have two of these thermostats. Okay, I'm going to go into RV kitchen and it will load up, and it is connecting. So we do have connection to it now. You can connect through Bluetooth as well, or Wi-Fi. And I believe we have to set up the Wi-Fi connection on this, the SSID. I'm going to press that gear, go to Wi-Fi settings, and here it actually picks up the Wi-Fi SSIDs that I have available. So I'm going to go ahead and connect to this one. Scan my fingerprint on my phone, it knows the password, and send. Device will now reset and connect. Reset. And it's connected. So let's see if I can connect or control the device with the Smart app now. It says 75 degrees here. I'm going to try to pull it up. 78. There it goes. It worked. Bring it back down. 74. And it works within a matter of seconds. So that's awesome. Now, I notice this is dimmer than my phone. I'll show you how to do the dimmer settings on the thermostat. If you go into the gear logo here, settings, and I believe is it this one? That's sun, set brightness level, yeah. Now you can go up to 5. Okay, this is newer looking than my one in the bedroom from last year, so I think they updated the firmware on this. And sleep level, when you're sleeping, if you don't want it to be so bright, we don't usually sleep back here, but it will dim down after a couple seconds at night automatically. Actually, I think it does it during the day too. I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to go to this cloud and sun here. Okay, this is sleep level here. That's if you want it to go completely black. After a few seconds, after you adjust this, you can make it into a night snooze mode to where this just blacks out until you touch it again. I don't like that mode. It doesn't bother us, so I want it to go just down to level, let's say level 3. And let me go back. I'm interested in this symbol right here on our card. It says, okay, that's calibration. We did that one right after we installed it. We went into calibration. So that's already done. What else do we have? We got time format here. That's this right here. 12-hour or 24-hour. Maybe it's not letting you select that because it's disabled. We don't have any scheduled zones right now. Let's see what this is. That's a factory reset. I don't need to do that. So it's getting hot in here. Inside temperature is 75 in the upper left corner, and we're going to set it to 73. See if this kicks on our air conditioning. After that, I'm going to sit down with you, just quickly go over the app again, a briefing of the app, and we'll wrap this up, and I'll tell you what I think about it. Of course, you probably already made up your mind, or you probably already guessed what I think about it. See how that screen automatically dimmed? And our AC unit usually takes about a minute. Here, it just came on. So once it reaches the temperature that you set it to, the air conditioning, don't be panicked or alarmed if it doesn't come right on. It's not supposed to. So it's got to get that power going to it, and it takes about a minute, and then it will kick on. All right, we're in the app now. I showed you earlier, we have an RV bedroom thermostat and we have an RV kitchen thermostat. Now if you press the pencil sign, you can always delete them with the garbage can all the way to the right, but I'm going to press the pencil sign so you can see what that does. You can enter a new name for this device, so if you change your mind, you want to change it to something more memorable, you can do that, or you can cancel out. So we're going to go into the kitchen, RV kitchen thermostat, press that, and it will take a few seconds to load. See, we've got it loaded. Inside temperature shows us top left corner, 76 degrees Fahrenheit currently, and our set point is 73 degrees. And I don't know if you can hear it, probably can because it's taking away from my voice, but in the background the air conditioning is running, because if you look at the bottom corner from left to right, we've got the power button, so our unit is on, and it's set to cool mode with that snowflake, and the fan is on auto. Now if I press that fan on the bottom right corner, you can switch it down to low if you like to. Now it'll switch your fan power to low. Press it again and it will switch it to high. Alright guys, so I just heard it switch from low to high. And cool, of course, we can press that. We can change it to fan only. Press it again. We can switch it to our heat pump. Press it again. We can have it cool or heat, whatever it takes to get to our set point temperature. So of course it's going to keep cooling. Now when the temperature outside reaches 66 tonight or 50s, then it's going to go click on the heat pump to get it up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's pretty easy to understand, right? But we're going to switch it back to cool. It's pretty hot out there today. It's getting up there. And if we go up to the top right corner, you'll see the gear. If we press on the gear, here's where you can set your Wi-Fi settings, which we successfully hooked up. You can edit your schedule if you press that. They're all disabled. I don't know, I might set a schedule later on. At this point, I don't want the schedule. I'm just happy to have this clear, precise, easy to use new thermostat that's touchscreen and smart. I don't even have to get up off the booth now or my couch here in the RV. I can just do it right from my smartphone. So schedule's not active. You can check for updates here. Let's press that. Okay, there is a new update, so I'm going to press update now. Your device will now reset after the update is complete. This app will disconnect from the device during this process. Okay, so we might have to come back, but this update is starting now. Okay, we go back into the gear. Next thing you got is notifications. Press notifications. You can, oh, I like this. So if it reaches 100 degrees, it's going to send you a notification. If it reaches lower than 40, I like that. If I'm away, I can be alerted. I definitely want that. Actually, I want this to be, say, 90. So if it gets over 90 degrees, it's going to send me a notification. And if it gets below 40, before freezing, I can turn on some heat here. So I'm going to enable it. At the bottom, you got disable or enabled. So I definitely want that enabled. And we'll hit the back button. And then we got the calibrate touch screen. We've already gone through that. And we got reset thermostat, which we don't have to do. So guys, what do you think? I'm very happy now. I've got 2 of these babies in my RV. And don't forget, when I say RV and I have a Class A, I mean every RV, I believe, that Micro Air makes these EasyTouch thermostats for, like your 5th wheel, your travel trailer, your Class C's, your Class B's. So guys, I'm going to leave you a link or a description right after this and show you where to go to their website to figure out how to find your replacement of the original thermostat in your unit and replace it with one of these, so you know which model number, because they're not all the same. As I mentioned before, you have to check out my other video when I installed the rear one. Totally different installation process, even though you get the same product in the end with the fantastic, bright, colorful touchscreen. Man, I struggled for, this past year using the original screen on here. As you can see, it was very difficult to use. Now I feel like I have a new set of eyeballs when I look at this thing, guys. So I'm hoping that you got a lot out of this review, that it explained everything you need to know in order to make up your mind if you need to switch your thermostat out. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.